Hello my friends, today Alua and will explain to you the topic government, concept, architecture and service, a format of implementation of a government in development prepared by Berstem Madiyar and Alua Kadirkhan. We study in the group IT1 24. Our plan, a government, the concept of government, architecture and the service of government, F government in USA, UK, in the Korea. A government is a unified mechanism of interaction between the state and the citizens, as well as government agencies, ensuring the coordination of information technology. It is this mechanism that has allowed government agencies to raise requests, facilitate and expedite this issuance of certificates, registration documents, and more. A government is a system that unites all government agencies and allows them to provide service to the public and not only to individuals but also to companies or through the internet, electronic terminals or even mobile phone. Information systems of all existing government agencies and taking into account the integration into the government infrastructure. A government architecture, business, citizens, civil servants, to home access to a service, access channels, a basic company system of government agencies, infrastructure substitution, a government portal, government agencies, internet portal, internet public, access points, mobile communication, gateway. Digital signature can be updated in two ways, by writing the digital signature on the chip of the new type of identification card. To do this, go to a nearest CSC and show a height certificate. The digital signature on the ID card can be used only if there is a special card reader. A card reader is a device that allows you to see digital signature documents from different computers and not have to worry about saving that signature file. You can apply for a digital signature and get a digital signature through the government portal after filling in the data in application form file in which a assigned number is created. This application must be issued and submitted to the CSC within 30 calendar days. Digital signature is issued from 13 years. Validity period is 1 year.
Formats of implementation of the government in developed countries. Implementation of the government in the USA. The USA government was one of the first in the world to create an e-government system. The first e-government project in the United States was the President's website in 1993. At the time, a typical example of an e-government system was the provision of information on the functioning of state structures on the internet and the possibility of paying taxes in electronic form. And two initiatives have become the foundation for the formation e-government in the United States. The first of them was aimed at creating and maintaining trust in electronic public services in order to promote mass dissemination of electronic interaction between the population and the government and between state structures at different levels by creating a common solution in the field of identity. These solutions were focused on authentication in the field of security, property protection, and the implementation of electronic signatures in all e-government development initiatives. The second initiative was focused on achieving two main goals. The first goal was to create an architecture that is concurrent, the architecture of a federal enterprise and is used in any government initiative. The second goal was to collect and analyze all possible information about the architecture and the structure of the business and the data used by the federal government, and on this basis create direction for the development of e-government initiatives and reduce the existing redundancy. Next, the UK government. The UK government decided to implement e-government regulation in 2000, trying to complete the work on converting public services to electronic form and put the necessary information about the actions and the work of public authorities on the internet. However, the project implementation operation took much longer than planned. The government decided to move the topic from developing a site that brought together most government sites to a more efficient task, processing existing government services at the electronic level so that they meet the interests of ordinary citizens. In other words, the British authorities began to pay more attention to the interests and the requirements of ordinary residents, seeking to attract citizens who were previously offline to electronic interaction. Next, South Korea. South Korea ranks first in the ranking of countries in the world in terms of e-government development in 2014. In the previous ranking, it was also the leader. In the Republic of Korea, it is customary to highlight the stages of e-government development. In the period from 1987 to 2000, the authorities were transferring work processes to digital technologies, and the e-government infrastructure was being formed. At this stage, the activities of the main departments are automated, and e-government infrastructure has been created, and e-procurement portal has been created, and the service for informing citizens via smartphones has been launched. In the second period from 2001 to 2007, the range of electronic services was expanded, and all processes were fully converted to digital technologies. At the end of the stage, the range of e-services for citizens and the businesses increased. The efficiency and the transparency of management increased to administrative reform, and the interaction between e-government information systems was ensured. In the third period from 2008 to 2011, e-government information systems were integrated to ensure uninterrupted provision of e-services to citizens. So that's all. Thank you for attention.